But yeah, it's only 10 minutes, but that's Pac-Man. There's not too much to it. I mean, everyone knows Pac-Man at this point. It's honestly we're just testing the NES version as opposed to Pac-Man. So my thoughts on Pac-Man. It's a classic arcade game. Like you honestly can't go wrong with it. I think almost everyone who's visited an arcade in the last, you know, 30 years, actually 40 years at this point, has probably played Pac-Man at least once. It's just a classic, and it's fun. It's simple. You just complete the maze. It's easy to learn, difficult to master. So obviously the game Pac-Man itself, of course, still withstands the test of time today. Like it's just a fun game. Now, if we're talking about this NES port, which is available, obviously if you have an NES or if you have the NES Classic Edition, which is what I was playing it on tonight, I don't think that version holds up as well as the regular version. I think you are better off playing it either in your arcade if you have one nearby your where you live, or there's like 1,000 collections out there that has the arcade original, so you can just play that one instead. Or you have like those mini arcade cabinets that they sell now. There's so many ways to play the arcade version of Pac-Man. And if you're going to play Pac-Man, I would recommend playing the arcade version and not any watered down ports of this like this is. So yeah, if you do have an NES Classic and you have Pac-Man, it's the only way you play Pac-Man. Sure, but like I think there's like many other ways you can do that, and any other one of those ways would be better. So yeah, NES port of Pac-Man, it's not as good. It doesn't look as good, and the D-pad is not as a good way to control the game as the joystick. Any kind of stick for this game is just better to play this game than a D-pad. That's my take on it. So yeah, Pac-Man arcade, great, good. NES, thumbs down. That's my poor take on Pac-Man. Anywho.